Hey guys, welcome to Which Way to Go. In today's video, I want to focus on beginner-friendly methods of cleansing yourself and cleansing your home. For the sake of the video, I do want to keep it as short as possible. So ingredients and beneficial properties are going to be listed in the description for you to copy and keep for further use. But for the sake of the video, I won't mention every single benefit. It'll be a very long video. So I'm going to go over a few and hopefully it benefits you somehow. Let's get started. Okay, so first I wanted to go over what a cleansing is. A cleansing is basically releasing any negative energy that is around you or inside of you that's really making it difficult to navigate through life. So cleansings is cleaning or clearing the canvas for you to feel healthy emotions and to manifest faster. So some symptoms you may have that indicates you need a cleansing is anxiety, depression, you love toxic conversation, minor inconveniences seem to pop up all the time, you actually just feel emotionally heavy, everything seems to be going wrong, things are breaking down. There's so many different symptoms that you need a cleansing. So this is just kind of a way to clear the canvas for you to feel emotions in a healthier way, so you don't feel bombarded with just everyday stress. This clears the canvas for you. So let's get into it. Okay, so after you've gathered all your ingredients, you are going to want to lay it in front of you and individually program it. And what I mean by that is you are putting an intention into each and every ingredient individually. It's just an herb without intention, so you want to make sure you do that. After you're done, you're going to bring all of those ingredients to a boil. I like to use a 2-to-1 ratio with water. So the more herbs you have, make sure you have enough water. Bring that to a boil. It'll start looking like tea. And once it's done boiling, let it cool. Let everything cool. Don't touch it. Don't do anything. Start preparing your bath water. And what you want to do is you want to let your water run warm. Pour your salt, your 2 cups of salt or more, into the water. And that'll help it dissolve while the water is running. If you have moon water, pour that in there too while the water is, and make sure you're saying intention for all of this stuff. Every single thing you use has to have an intention. So make sure you do that. Make sure your intention is clear and strong, okay? Now when your herbs are cooled, I recommend anyone that's starting out to strain it. It is quite a headache to fish out herbs out of your bath. So for those starting out, I recommend you strain it when your water is cool and pour that bath tea into your water. Okay, so for those of you that want to use moon water in your bath, this is a simple way to make moon water. There's so many different methods to making moon water, but of course, I want to keep it as simple as possible. So you're going to collect your distilled water, spring water, any type of water really. Just something that isn't processed with too much chemicals, okay? You are going to collect that water and you're going to put it in a glass container. The reason that you put it in glass is because it won't contaminate the water. If you put it in plastic, the chemicals in the plastic will seep into your water and contaminate it. So you want to use glass, okay? Now, a little bit more information. If you plan on drinking your water, moon water in the future, make sure that you have a lid on top of, or saran wrap even on the very top of your container to keep out bugs, to keep out dirt, or anything like that. Now, time for your bath. This is important, okay? When you get into your bath, you want to focus on your head, your heart, and your feet. You want to completely submerge your body in the water if you can. If not, you can still get a bowl of some sort and pour it over your head. You want to pour it over your head. If you have any negative thoughts, anything that is intrusive to you that pertains to your head, you want to clear that out while you're pouring water on your head, okay? If you find it hard to love, if you just can't keep a connection going, whether it's with family or whether it's with anything love related, pour the water on your chest, okay? Your feet. If you feel like you get into a lot of drama, for one, okay? If you feel like you get into a lot of drama or you just kind of want guidance, you would pour the water on your feet and make sure that your intention is that, okay? Focusing on your entire body, I like to use a little bowl, glass bowl, with rose quartz in it, okay? So you would pour it all over your body, starting from your head down to your feet. And you want to make sure that you stay in the bath until it runs cool. So stay in there. I will talk about the symptoms in a little bit, but make sure you stay in there long enough, okay? At least 25 to 30 minutes. You stay in there. Okay, so after you've taken your bath, you're probably experiencing some stuff. I don't want to say that everyone will experience these things, but it's very possible that if you do, it's normal, okay? So, one of the first ones, because of the salts and all of that stuff, is diarrhea. Yes, diarrhea. You may experience a little bit of diarrhea. A lot of the time when you get, especially if you don't take actual baths, not that you don't shower, but I'm talking about baths. You're sitting in the water, it's warm, it's getting your stomach going. That's just normal. It's normal, okay? So that's a good thing. Another symptom, another side effect, would be you're crying a lot. That's a part of cleansing. Your tears are cleansing for you, okay? So you may cry. That is okay. Accept it. Go with the flow of things. You need that cry, especially if you don't cry very often, all right? You may have a headache. Now, the headache is normal, but if it lasts for more than a few days, that's not normal, okay? Headaches, you may actually start having certain types of dreams. People may be coming in and out of your dreams. There's so many different side effects. Just make sure that if you experience something that isn't normal for you, jot it down in a journal, do something so that you can go back to it if you need to, if it ever comes up again, okay? So how many times should you do your bath? I think that is, it all depends on the individual person, okay? You may do a bath once every few days, especially if you work in a high stressful environment, or if your home is stressful. You want to make sure you're taking the proper care, the same way you take a shower every day, I hope. The same way you take a shower every single day, you want to make sure that you maintain a good cleansing of your spirit as well, okay? You want to make sure your aura is cleansed as well. It is just as important, if not more important, I think, than actually cleaning your body, okay? This will just help you think clearer. It'll keep you in better moods. It's just so beneficial for you. And make sure that is top priority. You don't need a whole bunch of ingredients. These ingredients are just there to help you. they're not necessary, okay? If you only have water, use only water. Again, it's all intention. I will list all of the beneficial properties of every single ingredient that I listed, just to kind of give you an idea of what you can use and what, it's maybe work for you. If you don't want to use certain ingredients or you found other ingredients, please use it. It's not necessary, but it's very helpful. Okay, so I recommend it. Use ingredients. When you get out of your shower, make sure that you air dry. What I recommend everyone doing is when it's a full moon and you take your nice cleansing bath, don't dry off. Walk outside if you can, don't scare the neighbors. But if you can go outside without drying yourself off and standing in the moonlight while you're drying, do that. It just feels so much better, okay? You want to connect, and that's a good way to connect. So while all the salt is on your skin, the moon is shining, it's just a great experience, okay? Now, if it's cold outside, wrap up, but don't pat dry your skin a lot. Just kind of make sure that it can touch the moonlight in some way, shape, or form, okay? When you go outside, you can put your oils on you. You can do so many different things. Just make sure you're focusing on healing. You want the time to cleanse yourself and cleanse your body. Make sure there's no distractions, too much distraction. So make sure you put your children to sleep if you have children. Make sure there's not a lot of noise. You want this to be a cleansing moment for you. So those distractions will just kind of make it more difficult. Okay, so we talked about the bath on how to cleanse yourself. Now I want to talk about another method of cleansing yourself, and that's with smoke. Smoke is very potent. It's very potent, okay? And you want to make sure, just a disclaimer, you want to make sure that if you are burning anything, make sure you're doing it safely. We're all adults here. Please don't burn your house down, okay? But cleansing with smoke, I'm going to list a few bundles down below so that you can get a feel of what's out there, what you can use, what you can mix together, make it your own. I'm going to list the benefits of them as well. Okay, so using smoke to cleanse. Okay, this is actually one of my favorite ways to cleanse because it's fast and efficient. I think, especially when you want to cleanse every day. I like to cleanse my home every day if I can. But cleansing, if you decide to use a bundle, you want to make sure that you have a safe way to do so, okay? But you're going to focus on your body. Focus on your body, focus on your head, focus on your neck, focus on your shoulders, your chest, your arms. You want to start from your head all the way down to your feet. Make sure the smoke touches the bottom of your feet, okay? Cleanse everything. Sometimes I let my mom kind of sage me up while I turn slowly, just to make sure I get the back. But just basically let the smoke touch your entire body. If you sit in a room, maybe, now be careful, because if you have any type of respiratory issues, don't inhale so much of the smoke. It can exacerbate your symptoms, and it's just not good, okay? But there are some incidences where I was having a really bad day, and I sit in my little space that I like to cleanse myself, and my nose starts running, and I start coughing a little bit, like I was the negative energy. So I cleansed myself, and then after I was thinking more clear. And so if you experience those things, that's also normal, okay? You have just negativity attached to you. You could be the negative energy. Just make sure you're not overdoing overdoing it by inhaling so much of the smoke. It's just not good. But those are some things to look out for. Now, throughout the entire practice, whether you use the bath or the smoke method, make sure that you are clear with your intention. If there are particular people that you feel that you need to detoxify from, say their names, state how they made you feel and what you want to release. Again, this is all intentional. You have to be clear on what it is that you want and what it is that you want to cleanse from yourself. I can't stress that enough. Please don't just light sage and think it's doing something. You have to think about what it is that you want to cleanse. It is very important. Even if you want to do this beforehand, if you want to sit down and just jot down everything that's just wrong in your life, do that. That way you have a clear idea of what it is that you need to cleanse from, okay? Over time, it just gets easier and easier. You don't have to do that after a while, but I recommend if you're just starting out, state your intention. Even if you have to say it out loud, state that, okay? Again, make sure you have privacy. Make sure that you're not distracted, and just take care of yourself. Okay, so cleansing your home. Now, this method is aimed towards beginners, okay? More intermediate methods for my seasoned practitioners. Those are going to come later in future videos, but for right now, I just want to focus on basic cleansings for your home, and anyone can do it, okay? So the first thing is cleaning your house. Guys, clean your house. Clean it. Clean your house, okay? Old items, old things that you just don't use, get rid of it. If it has sentimental value to you, keep it, but even then, show some respect to it, okay? If you have like an old bat somewhere that, you know, belonged to your great-grandfather, but it's just sitting there collecting dust and kids writing all over it, and just move it somewhere else. Move it to a more sacred place if you can. Clean your house, okay? And it's just, guys, clean your house. Everything, I can't stress this enough. Everything has energy attached to it, okay? Everything is made out of energy. So if you have energetic items sitting in one spot, not doing anything, especially items that you have bad memories with, okay? Those are, you need to get rid of them. Please get rid of them. You have to clear out your home. They even say that your home is a reflection. I'm talking about psychologists when I say they. Psychologists say that your home is a reflection of your mind. So if your home, your rooms are cluttered, it means your head is cluttered, okay? So it's like a mirror. So what do? You clear it up so that your head can function properly, okay? So that you can think clearer, so that you can find solutions faster. You're not overwhelmed. You're not feeling depressed. You're not anxious. This all plays a part in your psychological cleansing, okay? All of that. So keep that in mind. So I wanted to mention, for people that suffer from anxiety and depression, they can't clean their home. It's almost impossible. But here's a method that I used, and I actually still use. You are basically going to take every single room in your house, list it on a piece of paper or anywhere, somewhere where you could physically hold it and see it, okay? You are going to list every single thing that needs to be done in that particular room. Now, the reason for that is that psychologically, you're going to see everything in one area, and you can find easier solutions for it, as opposed to it just being in your head and floating everywhere, and then you get anxiety thinking about cleaning, and then you don't want to clean it because there's too much anxiety attached to it. This helps stabilize your thoughts if you can see it. Now, after you've done that, you're going to, every day, do not overwhelm yourself. Do not overwhelm yourself. Every day, you're going to take one thing that you can do off of that list and complete it. Now, what this does is it releases the reward chemical in your brain, and that actually motivates you to do more. So if you say, I'm going to look through that mail drawer that's been sitting there for a couple of years, right? After you get rid of that stuff, your brain actually clicks and it says, wow, this feels good. I just threw out stuff. And then you're going to go on a frenzy, okay? And you're going to want to throw everything away. Your whole house, your dog, everything. You're going to want to throw everything away, okay? Don't throw out your dog, please. But that is the reasoning behind that. You want to give yourself a space where you can see your problems and find solutions for them. Okay, so that it's not just all around your head and you're getting anxiety and it's just making your depression worse. So try that method. Okay, so after you clean your house and you throw away all of the stuff that you don't want and you don't need, now it's time for the cleansing, okay? The second cleansings. If you've made moon water, this is gonna come in handy. You put the moon water in a spray bottle, okay? Again, if you could find a glass bottle, that's great. Okay, just try to make it work. Anything that has less chemicals is better, okay? You're gonna have salt, moon water, if you choose moon water. Salt works just fine as well. Don't think that you need all of these things. Salt, moon water, regular water. You are going to take these items and spray your home with it, okay? Now you're gonna clean your walls. Add that mixture to mop water. But let's focus on the walls. You're gonna clean your walls with this, okay? And while you're cleaning it, you are, again, intention. You are saying you want to invite good energy into your home and you want to release bad energy into your home. Something as simple as that is really effective, okay? You are going, if you choose to use this in mop water, sweep your floor first with salt. That's like an old tradition. Our ancestors did this little technique. Well, the ones in America anyway. They poured a bunch of salt all over the place and they swept it up from the back of the house to the front of the house. They swept it up, and again, intention, you're gonna say anything along the lines of releasing negative energy, welcoming positive energy, okay? So if you choose to mop, use that technique. Okay, so after you've cleaned your house, you cleaned your walls, you cleaned your floor, you're gonna smoke it up again, okay? So bring out that sage bundle and focus on your house. Smoke up every corner of your home, okay, guys? I'm telling you, you'll feel so much different. Now here's something that I want to just mention. Make sure when you're saging, you are focusing on the thresholds of your house as well. So what a threshold is basically any place where two places meet. Okay, so let's say door openings, whether it's from outside to inside the home, that is a place where it meets together, okay? Closets, doorways. If you have a fireplace that is leading to outside to your home, that is a threshold. Make sure that you focus windows. Make sure that you focus saging up that area a little more, because that is kind of like, that's like an exit and an access entry way to get into your home, okay? So you just kind of want to focus on thresholds. You want to focus on every corner of your house. Focus on the front door. In another video, I think that's going to lean towards more intermediate, but in another video, I'm going to give you a few concoctions, I would say, to protect your home, okay? Again, those are going to be a little more intermediate, so it's going to be a little more footwork to prepare these things, okay? You're going to do that. Focus on thresholds, focus on your every corner of your house. If you just, for example, if you just had an argument with someone in the kitchen, okay, and you want to just clear out that space. Again, sound is a vibration, okay? Everything vibrates. So that argument can have negative energy attached around that area. So what you want to do is you want to clear that area. You want to shake up the energy a bit so it can release. Focus on those, okay? If you argued, if something bad happened in a certain room, just focus more on those areas as well. Cleanse your whole house. Now open your windows if they were closed. Open your windows and let that smoke leave, okay? Let it all leave. Let everything leave and let your home air out. So to close off, I hope that these methods help someone. I know they helped me when I first started out. And focus on yourself, focus on your healing. This is for you, and I guarantee you your life can change so much for the better, okay? I think next video I want to do protection, okay? That's really important too. I really want to do that, and it'll aim towards a more intermediate, little bit, because it requires a little more to do, but anyone can try it and it'll be easy to follow. And I don't want to make any promises though, because I may change my mind. I don't know yet, but we'll see. But protection, I'm definitely going to make a video on protection, okay? So until next time, I love you guys. Happy healing. I'll see you later. Bye.